All right, this question is a specific work example from the Maths Pathways test question on multiplying and dividing basic decimals by 10. I'm just showing you an alternative way to show working for this as opposed to the setup that they've got, which has a lot of writing. So my question here is asking me to show that 167.12 times 10 equals 1,671.2. And what I'm really trying to show there is why has this decimal point shifted across one column? And if we look at our number written down in our place value column, so we've got our ones column, our tens column, our hundreds column, and our tenths and hundreds once we go after the decimal point, we really just want to show why it works, that my number doesn't really change, my decimal point just seems to move across to the right. So if we look at this, the way that I would set this out to show line by line working is first up, I'm going to break everything up into its columns. So rather than write like my number all together, I'm going to write this as 167.12 times by 10. So I write my first line. So my second line will be, I'm going to break it up. I'm going to put brackets here. I'm going to say, well, that equals 100 plus 60 plus 7 plus 1/10 plus 2 hundredths. See how I've just grabbed everything from my columns here and I've broken it up. Like if I added all this up, that's just going to equal 167.12. And then I keep the times 10 outside my brackets. My second line is that I then times that in. So rather than have it like all this added up equaling times 10, I go 100 times 10 plus 60 times 10. So I'm timesing the whole lot by 10 plus 7 times 10 plus 1/10 times 10 plus 2 hundredths times 10. Messy, I know. So the next step is that then I go, well, this equals, what's 100 times 10? That's, if I've got 10 hundredths, I shift across a column, right? If I had 10 hundredths in this column, that would equal 1 thousandths. So 10 hundredths, I could cross that out. I wouldn't write that as a 10 in there. I'll write that as a 1 over here in the hundreds. So if I've got 100 times 10, that equals 1,000. 60 times 10, that equals 600. 7 times 10 equals 70. 1/10 times 10 equals 1. See how my numbers are still always remaining the same. I've still got 6s, 7, 1, 2. Plus 2 hundredths times 10 equals 2 tenths. So now I've got a new number here that I can put together, and I'm just going to put it in its place value. So first I've got 1,600s, 7 tens, plus 1 unit, and then because I've got the tenths here, it's going to become 0.2. So rather than writing out hundreds, thousands each time, here I've just used the numbers to show the working out here, which I think is a good another way to think about how you can do this.